One warm summer in a small town by the sea, there was a boy named Luca. Luca was 11 years old. He lived with his mom, dad, and grandma in a white house close to the beach. Every morning he heard the waves. Every evening he watched the sun go down on the water. Luca loved the sea very much. He found shells on the sand. He drew pictures of fish and boats. He wanted to find something special in the sea one day. One Saturday morning, Luca went to the beach very early. The sand felt cool. The sea was quiet and blue. He walked slowly with his small net. He looked for crabs and little fish. Then he saw something shiny in the water. It was round and half in the sand. Luca ran to it. He pulled it out. It was an old glass bottle. Inside was a piece of paper rolled up. Luca opened the bottle. He took the paper. The paper was yellow and old. On it was a simple map of the beach and the sea. There was an X near some big rocks. Under the X it said, "Find the small chest here. Open it carefully. It has a surprise for a kind person." Luca was very excited. "A treasure map," he said. He looked around. No one was close. He put the bottle and map in his bag. He ran home quickly. At home he showed the map to Grandma. Grandma looked at it with her glasses. She smiled. "This is from my grandfather," she said. "He was a fisherman. He hid a small chest long ago. He said it was for someone who loves the sea and is kind." Luca asked, "Can we look for it?" Grandma said, "Yes, but we go when the water is low. The rocks are not safe when the sea is high. We go tomorrow." The next morning, the water was very low. Luca, Dad, and Grandma went to the beach. They followed the map. They walked past the tall lighthouse. They walked past the fishing boats. They came to the rocks. The rocks were wet. Dad held Luca's hand. They walked slowly and carefully. They found the place on the map. There was a big flat rock. Under it, they saw a small hole. Luca put his hand in. He felt something hard. It was a wooden chest. It was small and had green plants on it from the sea. Dad helped take it out. They carried it to the dry sand. The chest had an old lock. Grandma took a small key from her pocket. She said, "This key was my grandfather's." The key opened the lock. They looked inside. In the chest, they found many pretty shells in different colors, a silver whistle, a small notebook, a letter. Luca opened the letter. It said, "To the child who finds this, these shells come from many seas. The whistle makes dolphins come if you blow it softly. The notebook is for your stories and drawings about the sea. The best gift is this. Use these things to make people happy. Give away some shells. Tell children about the sea. Keep the beach clean. That is my real treasure." Luca read it 2 times. He felt happy inside. He said, "The treasure is to take care of the sea." They took the chest home. Luca washed the shells. They were pink, white, orange, and blue. He showed them to his friends at school. He told them the story of the bottle and the chest. His friends listened and smiled. Every weekend, Luca went to the beach with his friends. They picked up plastic and rubbish from the sand. They made signs that said, "Keep our beach clean." They put the signs where people walk. People saw the signs. They started to put rubbish in the bins. The beach looked much cleaner. One day Luca took the silver whistle. He stood on the rocks. He blew it very softly. The sound was nice and clear. Soon 2 dolphins came close to the beach. They jumped high and played. Luca and his friends laughed and clapped. The dolphins stayed for a while. Then they swam away. Luca made a small group. He called it Sea Friends. Children from the town joined. They met every Saturday. They learned about fish, turtles, and birds. They drew pictures of the sea. They wrote simple stories in the notebook. They showed their pictures to old people in the town. Grandma watched Luca. She said, "You do what my father wanted. You share. You keep the sea safe. You make people happy." Many years later, Luca was bigger. He still lived by the sea. He still found shells. He still blew the whistle sometimes. The beach was always clean. The children still talked about the boy who found the old bottle. One evening, Luca sat on the sand. He looked at the stars above the water. He thought about the map, the chest, and the letter. He smiled. He said quietly, "Thank you, great-grandfather. Your treasure is still here, in the clean sea, in the happy children, in the jumping dolphins." The waves came in and out. The moon made the sea bright, and the small town by the sea stayed calm and full of love for the ocean. The end.